Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So yes, I am just going to dive right into the topic. Today we will be talking about how to get through a breakup. I know this is hard. I know this is hard. This is hard. This is one of the hardest thing I think a person can go through. And me being a woman, I think it's also one of the hardest thing a woman can go through, because like us as women, we are nurturers, so we love, like that's just our nature. Like we like to take care, we like to fix things, we like to be there even though we shouldn't always be there. um we're not better than any gender, but I'm just saying, like we just we just do things extra. We just, you'd understand if you're a mother, you'd understand if you're a daughter, you'd understand, you just understand. I feel like you understand what I'm trying to say. Like basically women are the most nurturing of them, you know. Okay, all right, so how to get through a breakup. My first point is going to be acceptance. You need to accept that the breakup has happened. You need to accept that it's over. You need to accept that you guys are no longer going to be together. You can't be in denial at this point, even though you wanna um, maybe run back to the person that you love, or you feel like it can still be fixed and you want to fix it, or I don't know, you're just so comfortable with that person that you don't want to get out of your comfort zone. So whatever your case may be, what you like, what you want to do, and this is your situation personally, your personal situation, whatever it is, yeah, only you would know. So I'm gonna like get a little personal so that like I get to explain and like roughly give you an idea of what I'm trying to say. So acceptance. When I went through a breakup, it was really hard for me to just like tell the person that we need to end things. It was really hard. I knew I had to get out the relationship, but I was with this person for a while, like a number of years, and I didn't want to really accept that it's over. You know, like I knew like we were not happy anymore, but I thought like I could fix this. Like we can fix this. We can work toward making it better. So I tried to do that, but yeah, in the end, it turned out like the way it had to turn out. Some things just don't work. So acceptance is key. You need to understand why you're breaking up. You need to see that the problem is there and it can't be fixed, and you can't change someone and they can't change you. If you like red and the other person like blue, you can't force the other person to like the color you like because you like that color. So that's just a simple argument, but I'm just saying, like, you need to just accept that things are the way they are. So acceptance is key. Understand why the relationship ended. Maybe it ended because of cheating, maybe it ended because you just couldn't communicate, maybe it ended because you guys just don't love each other anymore, maybe it ended because you just felt like you wanted to find something different, something new. um Maybe it just ended because you don't want to be in a relationship anymore, and it could be any reason, you know, like, and explaining that to someone or explaining that to the person you love could be very hard, because you still have feelings for this person, but you just can't be together because there's just certain things you can't work out. So acceptance is very, very important, and just for you personally, like, you have to accept that it is the way it is. Just accept, no matter if you've been dating for weeks, no matter if you've been dating for months, no matter if you've been dating for years. Like, I just think it's very important to accept that the relationship has to end and then let it happen, because you can be in a relationship and be unhappy, and then like, why would you want to be in a relationship when you're unhappy and miserable? Like, so just accept that things can't work out. Like, I'm not saying like give up, I'm just saying like, if you've tried so many times and it just doesn't work out, it doesn't get better, you don't see any difference in the relationship, all you guys do is argue, all you guys do is fight. And I'm not talking physically, because if it's ever physical, baby girl, you don't have to wait for anything. Or man, because some women can be very physical, so like, that's just not the relationship I think you should be in. But that's just me giving you that advice. So yeah, acceptance is key. Okay, so I'm gonna move on to the next point. The next point is forgiveness. Forgiveness. I had a friend tell me that you need to forgive yourself, and when she said that, I was like, forgive myself? What did I do? And then I realized, like, we all play a role in the relationship, right? So I'm a woman and I've gone through this breakup. I'm obviously gonna feel like he's wrong, he's wrong, he's wrong, he's wrong, and I'm right. Yeah, but that's not always the case. Like, you both could be wrong, and there's nobody there as a third person to say, but look, Joanne, you did this, you did that, and this wasn't cool. Like, when you did this, you should have thought about this and that and this. And then maybe the guy that I'm seeing at the time, there isn't a third person to say, look, man, you did this to her, you did this to this and that. So here I am saying, well, you did this, and he's like, you did this, and we be fighting like, so like, it's just going nowhere. Everybody's just angry, looking at each other like. So forgiveness. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for not knowing that you hurt the other person. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Let me just put this in, it has to make sense. So forgive yourself for your mistakes as well. So in a relationship, we always tend to blame the other person first when things go wrong, but like, you need to stop blaming yourself too. You also make mistakes, you also do things unintentionally, and the other person is also victim to your mistakes. So forgive yourself, forgive them. Let it out. No matter if you feel like you're the right one, no matter if no matter who's right, like, just forgive yourself. Forgive. Just forgive. I think it's just really important to forgive, because at the end of the day, like, it takes the load off your heart, it takes the load off your shoulders. It's just like, whew, it's like a bird flying and in the sky, and it's just like, wow, amazing, I wish I could fly. So forgiveness for me is just like, let it go. Like, just, it's hard to forgive, I know it's hard. I still have to forgive certain things about myself as well, but like, just try and forgive. Like, it's important. Just try and like, just try and forgive. I can't stress that enough. Just try and forgive. Forgive that man, forgive that girl, forgive your husband, forgive your wife. Just forgive. And forgiveness can just be for anyone. Can be for your friend, can be for anyone, like a stranger across the road, your neighbor. It could be for anyone. Just try and forgive. I'm sure it sounds crazy, but when you forgive someone, or when you forgive yourself, you feel better. You really do feel better, right? So I'm gonna go to the next bit of my bullet point. Time. So probably thinking, what does she mean? Okay, so everything takes time. We know this. Like, we get told this. Our parents always used to say, take your time, you don't have to rush, you'll get there eventually. Yes. Yes, they're right. But there's stages to it. So once you go through a breakup, you feel like everything has just ended, your world is over, you feel like you don't want to see the world, everybody knows that you just went through a breakup, you don't want to look pretty, you don't want to do anything, like you just want to lay there. I'm saying this from experience, that's why I'm laughing. Like, you're going through a breakup, it's not easy. Like, especially if you've been in a relationship with someone for years. Like, that shit will do something to you. Oops. Like, you're, no. Mm-mm. When I went through my breakup, I was like, time? I didn't even know what that meant. But now I do. Okay, so just want to have a look at my notepad quickly. Okay, so emotion wise, like, you need to understand that you're gonna go through a lot of emotions, basically. So you're gonna feel hurt, you're gonna feel angry, you're gonna feel bitter, you're gonna feel sad, you're gonna be depressed, you're gonna feel all these emotions, but it's gonna go like a roller coaster. You're gonna go up one day, you're gonna go down one day, you're gonna be high one day, you're gonna be low one day. It's gonna go like a roller coaster. I say that like for reals. It's gonna be like a roller coaster. It's horrible, actually. Like, I'm smiling now because I know I've got through, carried my baggage with me, threw it away. But like, damn, it's hard going through a breakup. And yeah, so time, give yourself time, you know, like, there's no rush. I know if it happens today, it might take you months, it might take you a year. I don't want it to take years, guys. Like, you can't, but it might take years too. So basically, it's dependent on how you deal with it and how you absorb everything, and how long your breakup was, and not how long your breakup was, like how long you guys been together, you know, because that's also plays a role. Like, if you've been in a relationship for 2 weeks or less than 8 months or something like that, like, it might not be as if you were in a relationship for like 10 years, like, you know what I mean? So it's all dependent on that. So yeah, take your time, guys. Like, take your time. And there's gonna be people that's gonna be pushing you, like, girl, let's go out, and you're gonna be like, no, I don't want to go out. I'm telling you, like, I swear, breakup will turn you into this boring person. You won't even know yourself. Like, I feel like I'm talking from experience here, and I am. Oh my goodness, I don't want to go through a breakup again. It's tough. Like, it's so tough. Okay, vulnerability. Okay, why I say vulnerability, it's because, like, when you go through a breakup, you're so vulnerable to just that little attention that you get from the opposite sex. So basically, there's always someone interested in you. Like, it can be a woman and it could be someone interested in you. It can be a man and there's someone interested in you, but you ain't gonna see them. They're gonna be like people you just don't see. Okay, no. Yeah. So you're vulnerable, right? So it's important to not just jump at the first thing that says hello, right? Like, I'm not saying don't greet back or something, don't like talk to the other person, this person, whatever person, but like I'm just saying, like, you're vulnerable right now, so you're gonna need a shoulder to cry on, someone that's gonna hold you tight. But don't let that just be anyone. I think you should just hold on that and just like keep them as your friend for now. And at a later stage, once you like better, thinking reasonably, excuse me, I can't believe water's making me burp. Like, thinking reasonably, and yeah, you just 100% yourself again. That's basically what I mean by that. And this is also important. I'm just having a look at my notepad, like I hope I mentioned earlier, but like your ex will contact you, girl, and your ex will contact you, man. I don't know why they do that, because like I think they're just trying to confuse you, but sometimes that's not the case. So I feel like sometimes they just call and contact you just to find out if you're okay, and they also just want closure sometimes if you haven't maybe told them everything. And yeah, so yeah, so your ex will probably contact you some stage. It could be few days after you guys break up, a few weeks, it could be months down the line, it could even be years down the line, honey. And you be like, what? Where that man come from? Or where that girl come from? But like, I'm just saying. So they will contact you. They will contact you. I I bet. I bet they'll contact you. Anyway, anywho, when they do contact you, my advice is tell them you're good, tell them you're happy, and tell them you understand that the breakup was a good decision and that you are doing well, you are coping well, because you don't need your ex, even if you are not really going through all those things I just mentioned. You don't need your ex to know that. Like, he should know that you are okay without him, honey. She should know you are okay without her, honey. So yes, I think that's important. I'm not saying lie, but like, I don't think everyone should know when you're depressed. I honestly don't think everybody should know when you're down. I don't think everyone should know when you're sad. Like, cause some people can be sad. Some people can be very sad. And now, just imagine if they allow themselves to be sad all the time. I don't think that's nice. So try and be okay. Try and be happy, and try and move on, and try. Like, when I say move on, I don't say move on to the next person, but that could be, as time goes, possible. But I'm just saying, like, move on, like, mentally, emotionally, and don't worry about physically right now. Just worry about mentally and emotionally. Physically, in the form of like dress well, dress like yourself, dress even better, because like, girl, last last thing you need is you like looking like a disaster after a breakup. Yes, honey, at your house you can be like that, but once you leave your house, look like yourself. I'm not saying go out and get a whole new wardrobe, but if that would be nice, but just like, you know, take care of yourself. Like you used to, even better, possibly. I hope so. Right. So going to the next point, gray areas. So it's always easy for someone to say move on, right? Like, is there a button for that? Because if there is, I think I need that button. But like in gray areas, I just came in there with this. Okay, guys, gray areas, right? So let's say I'm going through this breakup, but I have a child with this man, right? So those are the gray areas. You still have to communicate to the dad and about the child. He obviously wants to still be in the child's life. So those are the gray areas most people don't talk about. So yeah, um, I would suggest, like, you don't have to hate the other person once the relationship is over. I suggest you like be mature for the child and like just co-parent. I think that is very, very important because me personally, so I don't know other people's stories, but at the end of the day, I like only met my dad when I turned 17, 18. That's gonna be another story for another time. But um, the only thing I could say like was very difficult for me, just by my mom being the one raising me up until that age, is that like there was always something missing, but I didn't know what it was. You can't miss something you don't know. So yeah, um, but like everybody had a daddy, so obviously I had a daddy too, but I just didn't know where my daddy was. So but now I do. Now I do, so don't be sad. um yeah, so co-parent, like it affects, it does later on in life, maybe not when the child's young, but it does affect, it does really affect you, the child involved, or the kids involved. So co-parenting is very important. Oh, God damn, co-parenting is very important, super super important. So yeah, I don't have any kids, but just assuming, and because I gave you that little example of myself, like now that I met my dad, like it's really, it's really nice to like to have him around, like call him when I need help or just advice, it's really nice. So I wouldn't like say cut all ties. Don't do that. At least for the child. So co-parenting is important even if you apart. That's important. Right. Oh yeah, feelings are still involved. Remember, like just because you just broke up with this person or they broke up with you doesn't mean that the feelings are just gonna go away instantly. I wish there was a button for that, but no. So take your time. You can still love them, but you can love them from a distance. Okay. Boundaries. So set boundaries, especially if you have kids with this person. Maybe you were married and you divorced, and there's kids involved, and obviously the father needs to be in the kid's life or the mother needs to be in the kid's life. So set boundaries. You can come fetch the child at 5 o'clock, but nothing later than that. You can have the child on the weekends. Like set boundaries that make sense, that's practical for you and the other person, and also for the child. Like don't be spiteful, don't be bitter about it. Don't be like, oh no, you can't have him this weekend, oh no, you can't have her this weekend because da 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 da. Like don't make it about you, make it about the child. Okay, so that's my advice for that. Just okay, so let go, let go, let go of the person basically. So not everybody has kids with the person they break up with. So basically I'm saying let the person go. The relationship did not work, so let them go, let them live, let them be free, love them enough to give them their freedom. Okay, love them enough to give them their freedom. Can't stress this enough. Like just let go. Like don't call them, don't text them, don't don't anything, don't anything. Like, if it's their birthday, don't wish them happy birthday. Okay, like it depends how you guys broke up. If it was in a very harsh way, like, oh, nothing to do with you. But like, if you both mutually decided, look, and you both agree, and like you both see that the relationship is not working, then no hard feelings. Time with you was amazing, but I think we should go separate ways, and we can still be friends. If you can still be friends with someone you were in a relationship, big ups to you. And yeah, so, but let go, let go. Don't call them every weekend asking them how they are. Do not text them when they're in a new relationship. Like, let go, give them freedom, time apart, time. Maybe you'll see them in the next 2 years. Oh, hi. Like, maybe you don't get to see them. I'm just saying. Okay, so I think I spoke about this, the roller coaster. Like, prepare yourself for feeling all the different types of emotions. So one day you'll be sad, one day you'll be happy, and yeah. So, and decide, like, make a decision that you no longer want to be in the relationship. And once you're not in the relationship, you need to, like, firmly stand by your word that you're not going back. Because if you're gonna go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, like, you're just delaying the healing process, because it's gonna take longer for you to heal. And going back and forth just does not make sense. If you take 2 steps forward, do not take 2 steps back. Like, where are you going, babe? So yeah, recover. So not all breakups are bad. Like, sometimes you just mutually agree that it's just not working. I thought I like this about you, but no, I don't. And I don't want to, like, waste time. I just want to be straightforward and tell you, like, things are just not working out. Give you that straightforwardness and just, like, put it on the table, like, don't want to stick around when I'm not happy. Some people are just that nice, I think. Okay, so family and friends. Guys, we almost done. I can't believe I'm doing this for like almost a half an hour, but like, okay. So family and friends. Like, spend time with your family and your friends, and yeah, I don't think you should be alone. Even though I was alone during my breakup, I felt like I needed that space, but it's not ideal. I wouldn't recommend it for everybody. So try to be with your friends. Like, try to be with family. Especially if you're very close with your family and you're very close with your friends. But it's not the end of the world if you're not. You can still deal with the breakup on your own. And I think it's really bad, like, if you're in a relationship and then you cut off all your friends or you cut off your family, and then once the breakup's over, you're all alone. So try not to do that when you're in a relationship. Like, still hang out with your friends and still hang out with your family. Because you never know, things change. So yeah. Okay, so that's basically it. Conclusion. I'm gonna get to my conclusion. I think this quote is really nice. Like, rejection is God's protection. Like, just because you got rejected doesn't mean like it's the end of the world. Like, you don't know. Like, maybe if you got into that bus, it would have crashed, and the bus driver told you not to get into the bus because it's full. You don't know, your life could be saved. Like, so rejection is God's protection. Last but not least, always remember that nothing lasts forever. So you might be in a difficult space right now, but you will get through it. Like, you definitely will get through it. It's gonna take your effort to also like pull yourself up from the ground and like support. But definitely, babe, you need to support yourself a lot because it's gonna really come from you. Like there's some bad things out there where people like commit suicide because of it, because they've went through a breakup, and like it's really, have, if you're going through a breakup, it's to be not nice, guys. Like, and I went through one last year. I went through one last year. I was smiling now, but you make it seem. But like, yeah. So going through a breakup is not nice, especially if you don't have a support system. And you don't really need a support system. You just really need yourself. And you need to support yourself. Like your number one supporter is always going to be yourself. So what helped me the most is actually Instagram. Those quotes on Instagram are so helpful, guys. Like those quotes on Instagram are helpful. Those are the, like, I used to, I went to like I logged into, or I used Instagram, and then there's like these quotes, like relationship quotes, basically, that, yeah, that I use to help me get through things. So yeah, that, those quotes really help. Like it's like an everyday quote. So every day I'd go have a look at the quotes every day, every day. Like it would give me some support. It would give me some courage. It will build me up. And I also think prayer is very important. Like I don't know what your belief is, whatever it is, prayer is so important. Like when you pray, when you pray about yourself for other people, it's very, very important. Like if you just believe in yourself, it's also very important. So but those quotes really helped me. Yo, we could have. Don't catch feelings. Nah, guys, like seriously. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching, and I really appreciate that. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because there's gonna come a time where I'll bring you more of what you want, more of what you like to see, and just more of me. So like and subscribe, and don't forget to comment. Tell me what you like, tell me what you didn't like about the video. Like I'm open to everything. So yes, thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful, and like if I were to just give you one last tip, is believe in yourself. You're gonna get through this. Yes. So thank you so much for watching. Bye.